Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Gazi and this is Chat with Gazi. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Now, this yesterday night drama, I could not put it together with my other videos. So I had to post that first and then do this. Now, let's just get right into the gist. So Big Brother, definitely this week he gave them a task, and for their wager they have to not just produce a movie. First of all, let's talk about the theme of the wager. The wager is a celebration of Nollywood, yes, because African Magic is 20 years, so it's a celebration of Nollywood. Now, that is the major theme of the wager. Big Brother then told them to create a script and that they were going to act it out on Friday. But before then, they are going to shoot it like a movie. He provided camera for them yesterday night. So they are to return the camera to him with the video already shot in it by this afternoon. Now, these people have not rehearsed anything. It has just been from changing ideas to imputing ideas to changing ideas again and all. So yesterday they decided that, okay, since they were to shoot and return the camera by this afternoon, they needed to start something and get it going. So in fact, Ike, who is head of house, was dragging his feet, if you ask me. And as head of house, you're meant to coordinate this thing, but Ike wasn't. Like, the way I see Ike right now, it's like Ike doesn't really care about the wager. All he really cared about was the immunity, which he has gotten now, and the food. Yes, because he's eating well now. Okay, let's go back to all the chaos that happened, because it was not one, it was not two. Let's start with Pere and Venita. So apparently, okay, Pere is the director of the script. Himself and Ceec, they are directing the script. Venita is the cast director, and that was why she had that issue with Uriel and the Mercy with Angel, where Uriel was saying that they should have auditioned for the role of Queen, and who acts the Queen better takes the role, and not doing favoritism to give Mercy because Mercy is her friend. Now, since after that thing, Mercy has been out for Uriel. Yes, but we'll come back to that because those ones too, they did their own. So Venita was telling Pere, because they needed to shoot, they were like, let them rehearse, but they were like, there is no time. So once they rehearse a scene and it goes well, they shoot it immediately. So that was the plan they now decided to work with. Now, while they were trying to do all that, they decided that they needed to be properly dressed so that they can just shoot immediately. So Pere was trying to make sure that everybody that was to act in those scenes that they wanted to rehearse and shoot actually had their complete attires. Now, Venita, on the other hand, was telling Pere that it was not his job to make sure that that is done. Yes, for her, he is a director and he is not a costumier. That's the person in charge of costume. It was the hypocrisy in this talk for me, because Venita, who is the cast director, was also giving out costumes, and she is not the costume. She's not the costumier. She was also giving out costumes. In fact, she had made sure that Adekunle had his complete attire, even though he was not meant to be on that particular scene. She even carried a red cap that caused this whole wahala, and she went to hide it. She and Adekunle, they went to hide it, and she was in the know of this. She knew about this but kept quiet when the chaos was happening. But let's come back to the main matter. So Kid Wire was meant to be on that set, and he did not have a cap. At that point in time, Pere was already getting frustrated and was like, where is the cap? Where is the red cap? he needs the red cap for them to move forward. Venita was already getting irritated by Pere asking for the red cap and, according to her, doing the whole costume stuff. And then two of them went at each other. For me, if you ask me, Venita came at him first. Because Venita is doing leave the costume for the costumier, whereas she herself, she's giving out costume and she has already hidden a costume. So I don't even understand if something happened to her that yesterday, or breeze of chaos just decided to pass in the house. So that was how they started going at each other. And then at a point she left, she went to the dressing area, she was venting, she was saying a lot. By that time, they now showed the dining area back where the housemates were. And at that time, Adekunle now started. That was when Adekunle was now going off that where is how you take put herself, that why is Pere shouting at them? Are they children? Adekunle was, at that point in time, Pere just ignored Adekunle first of all. So Venita came back and Venita and Pere were going at it again. Yes, so Venita even turned and was like, kiss my ass. She turned back and was showing him the ass and all of that. And Pere was like, go tell your father to kiss your ass and all. And that was the trigger for Venita. Like, that line was the trigger for Venita. And Venita said a lot. Like, Venita said a lot. At a point, she went upstairs and she continued firing him. In fact, at a point, she now started talking to Ike upstairs. In all this, Ike was already upstairs in his pajamas sleeping, before this thing. Imagine head of house. She now started talking how Pere does not have a degree in this, how it's just him being in the military that he flaunts about, and definitely they'll take him in the military because they are looking for people to be in the front line to die. So Venita said a lot. Venita said how he is broke, how he did not even have money for his flight ticket. He had to call her and some other people. Venita said a lot, like a lot. Now, those of you that have been saying that waiting, they have been age shaming Venita too, age shamed Pere, since everything is shame now. Pere is 52, I'll be 42. He's old and yet he still does not have sense. See, Venita said a lot. While Venita was doing all this drama, her boo Adekunle was downstairs vibrating also. All of a sudden, like, Adekunle switched up on all of us and started talking about how people are shouting. Why is he shouting? That's why it's Pere shouting. That are they children? And at that point in time, Pere was matching up Adekunle's energy and Venita's energy. It was chaotic. Before we knew what was going on, that one was trying to calm down. It now went into Alex and Angel's matter. Yes, so apparently, Angel and Ceec, they were trying to still get people to be coordinated and why that chaos was happening. And Alex was still talking and all, so that got Angel pissed. And Angel blew at Alex. This guy, why? Shut up. And that one caused another wahala. They started going at each other. Sheyi now carried Angel out and spoke to her and all. And at the end of the day, Angel and Alex, they spoke to each other and they solved the problem. You would think it will end there. No, Mercy and Uriel started their own. Now, before they gathered for the tax, Mercy was already vibrating with the whole thing. I told you guys in my last video about the whole food thing with white money and Ceec. The whole Ogbono thing. White money thinking that Ceec thinking that white money was coming for her, and whereas white money was trying to avoid a drama with Uriel, as Uriel was already lifting an eyebrow and all. Apparently, Ceec doesn't even know this. So Ceec attacked white money. Now, Mercy picked it up that why would Uriel be in charge of kitchen and be doing all these things? So she was already with plus the previous fight, Mercy was already out for Uriel, and two of them during this rehearsal too went at each other. See, and that house was very chaotic. The next thing we know is Sissy and Angel going at each other. Yes. Okay, what happened in that one now? They were trying to get everybody together, and the whole thing was becoming very frustrating. And that was when Sissy said, this house is full of shit. And Angel took it up. Yes, it now became a thing of Angel and Sissy. And while that was happening, Sheyi carried Angel out, to talk to her and calm her down and all. So Angel was still blowing there, Sissy was still blowing inside. And two of them, they were just, going at the whole thing. Before we knew it, because even Sissy was frustrated at that point, even Pere, because now Angel was doing something. Angel had written the script fine, but Angel was not even allowing them shoot. Like when they start to do this thing, Angel will say, oh, this is meant to be, and that is now meant to be. And that whole thing just became very, very chaotic. Like, so then the Pere and Sissy felt frustrated. You are not even allowing us do our job. Everybody is just going mad. So that was the drama in the house. That was the drama in the house. Before we know, Ike that was sleeping upstairs, he don't shalaye with this girl already now, Venita. He now came downstairs to come and tell them that the red cap that they were even looking for, that Venita, that's when he revealed that Venita and Adekunle had hidden it in Venita's bag. And Sheyi was there and witnessed everything, and he just kept quiet and was watching the whole thing play out. And then we saw Alex. Alex was buying the whole fight of Sissy and Angel, and she was just going on and on about it. Why would Sissy say that? I'm like, at this point, I'm like, Alex, rest. At the end of the day, they did not achieve jack at all, because the cinematographer, which was Neo, that's a person that is in charge of the camera that was meant to shoot the thing and all that, he was like that the battery of the camera itself is dead. Yes, it's very low. So they used they shouted till the battery ran down. So there was nothing they could do again as at last night. Oh, so that's it. So that's the story of the whole chaos that happened yesterday. Pere and waiting behind him, Sissy now sat down together, just thinking and looking. I'm like, see these two that have not been talking, now they are agreeing on something. Then I saw this post by Sheyi's handler where Fina initially posted. That's the first time she saw Sheyi. So she was like, hi everyone, I met at tagged Sheyi today and he already owes me money. So Sheyi's handler put that picture and then started telling Fina to raise army for Sheyi, so that when the alert hits her, it's going to be a very huge sum. So that's all I have for you guys on this video. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Bye guys.